Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa, and today I am doing a video that's just a little bit different, which is why I'm not in front of my bookshelf. I'm actually in front of my computer. Really cool thing about pop sockets, if you have a regular monitor, they will hang your phone off of them, which is super cool, and I didn't even realize I could do until now. So yay for me. So anyway, the video that I am doing today is going through my list of fantasy books that I want to buy. I've had them on this list for quite a while, most of them, and I put them on there like when I watch booktube videos and people are talking really passionately about them and they sound good to me. So I just pop them on this list and then consequently forget about them, like what they're all about later on. So what I wanted to do today was not only to show you what books I actually want to pick up, but also kind of go through this list and maybe take a few off of there. So what I want to do is look at Goodreads and see what the synopses are for these books and kind of just gauge whether I actually still want to read them or not. So I'm going to kind of take you guys through that process. I will do a screen share on my computer. I'm not going to film myself doing this whole process because I really don't think that that's the main focal point of this video. So I will do a talk voiceover for this, and you guys can come along on my little journey with me. So without further ado, let's get into it. So on the left over here, of course, is my list. Now, for anybody wondering, I use Todoist.com. It is basically just a online to-do list. They also have an app that you can get on your phone, so you can make yourself to-do lists and check things off as you get them done. It's a super awesome program. I really love it. I've been using it for over a year now, both for personal stuff, for work stuff. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by them. I just really love this program. So you can see that I have this whole books to buy list, and I have them sorted into genres, or at least the genres I think that they are. And these ones down at the bottom are, of course, Jim Butcher books and the Alex Veras series. Just because I want to get those in physical format. Anyway, not the point. So basically what my plan is to look at the book and figure out whether I actually want to read it or not by looking at Goodreads. So I am going to do that right now, and you guys can come along with me. So Bloodsworn by Scott Rankin, I already know that I want that because I read the first book in the series. And that was, I cannot for the life of me think of what the name of the book is. It has a horse on the cover. I know that. So anyway, I already know that I want to read that one for sure. So let's look at The Space Between Worlds. Okay, yep, I do remember this one. An outsider who can travel between worlds discovers a secret that threatens her new home and her fragile place in it in a stunning sci-fi debut as both a cross-dimensional adventure and a powerful examination of identity, privilege, and belonging. This is the one that's the multiverse travel, that this girl, there's like 80-some worlds and she's dead on all but like 8 of them or something. I've heard a lot about this book, and yeah, I definitely want to keep that one on my fantasy list. The next one is The Faithless Hawk. I already know that I want to read this one because this is book 2 in a series. Again, for the life of me, can't remember what the first one is. I just read it not that long ago, so definitely still on my list to buy. Lost Boys. I'm pretty sure I did not put that on my list that long ago. It's Lost Boy. That's why she's a piece. There we go. The True Story of Captain Hook. Oh, okay, yeah. This one I've heard is really good. It's basically Captain Hook's origin story. So yeah, I definitely want to read that one. So the next one is, of course, The Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winters. This is the sequel to Rage of Dragons. So it doesn't come out till November. So yeah, I definitely want to read that. Daughter of a Pirate King. I'm pretty sure I want to read this, but I haven't looked at any of it in a while. Whoa. Okay, that's not even in English. Interesting. Jeez, I can't spell. Sent on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove, 17-year-old pirate captain Alosa deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. This doesn't actually sound like fantasy, really. Let me see what other people... Yeah, I guess people did call it fantasy. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this on there because I've been really wanting a good pirate book. And I've tried a couple so far, and they haven't really been my cup of tea because they were too lingo heavy, I guess you could say, and I just didn't really care for them. So yeah, I'll leave that on there. So the next one is the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. I definitely want to read those. Anything by Sanderson, I'm automatically going to leave on here. The Witchlands book by Susan Dennard, books 4 and 5. Leaving that on here. I don't even think they're named yet. That's why I wrote them like that. I just don't want to forget that I want them. So the next one is Dead Things. And that is by Stephen Blackmore. And that is... Necromancer is such an ugly word, but it's a title Eric Carter is stuck with. He sees ghosts, talks to the dead, and he's turned it into a lucrative career, putting troublesome spirits to rest, sometimes taking on even more dangerous things for a fee, of course. This sounds interesting. It's like another monster hunter, necromancer kind of deal. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this on there because that does sound pretty good. So then I'm gonna move this up here. So then the next two are Ash Princess or Laura Sebastian. They're in the Ash Princess series. Lady Smoke and Ember Queen. Those are books 2 and 3 to, of course, Ash Princess, which I haven't even read yet. It's on my shelf. I don't know if I'm going to pick those up. Those are dependent on whether I like Ash Princess or not, because I have tried it before and didn't really care for it. But I didn't get that far into it. So we're going to see after I read those books, or after I read the first book. So Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. Sancia Grado is a thief and a damn good one, and her latest target, a heavily guarded warehouse on Tavane stocks, is nothing her unique abilities can't handle. But unbeknownst to her, she's been set to steal an artifact of unimaginable power, an object that could revolutionize the magical technology known as scribing. The merchant houses who control this magic, the art of using coded commands to imbue everyday objects with sentience, have already used it to transform Tavane into a vast, remorseless capitalist machine. Wow, that was a mouthful. That does sound really good, and I've heard that the magic system in this book is amazing, so yeah, I'm definitely going to leave that on here. I also have Kings of the Wild, which I know I really want to read, because it's kind of like, you know, a band of war brothers, and they're putting the band back together is the way that it's been described, so I know I definitely want to read that one. So the next one is Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. Okay. Before the Thorns taught me their sharp lessons and blood weakness for me, I had but one brother, and I loved him well. But those days are gone, and what is left of them lies in my mother's tomb. Now I have many brothers, quick with knife and sword, and evil as you please. We ride this broken empire and loot its corpse. They say these are violent times, the end of days, when the dead roam and monsters haunt the night. All that's true enough, but there's something worse out there, in the dark, much worse. You know, this sounds really interesting. So, yeah, I think I'm definitely going to leave that on my list, too. The Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. I've heard so many good things about that, so I'm definitely going to leave that on here. So the next one is the Library of the Unwritten. 20 years ago, Claire was named head librarian of the Unwritten Wing, a neutral space in hell where all of the stories unfinished by their authors reside. Her job consists mainly of repairing and organizing books, but also keeping an eye on restless stories that risk materializing as characters and escaping the library. When a hero escapes from his book and goes in search of his author, Claire must track and capture him with the help of of former muse and current assistant Brevity and nervous demon courier Lido. This sounds really good. Now I remember why I put this on here. Yeah. This is like, you know, basically any bookworm's ideal book right here is about a library of unwritten books. So the next one on my list is The Thorn of Ember Lane by Scott Lynch. This is the 4th book in the Gentleman Bastard series. I'm definitely leaving that on here because y'all know how much I love the Gentleman Bastard series. So then there is The Wolf of Oren Yarrow by K.S. Veloso. Chronicles of the Bitch Queen. A queen of a divided land must unite her people, even if they hate her, even if it means stopping a ruin that she helped create. A debut epic fantasy from an exciting new voice. I murdered a man and made my husband leave the night before they crowned me. You know what? That's all I need to know, because that sounds freaking awesome. So the next one is by an author that I have read her first few books, and that is Time's Convert by Deborah Harkness. I believe I've tried to read this one before, and I didn't get through it. Okay, so this is like a novella set in the same universe as A Discovery of Witches. So on the battlefields of the American Revolution, Matthew de Clermont meets Marcus McNeil, a young surgeon from Massachusetts, during a moment of political awakening when it seems that the world is on the brink of a brighter future. Matthew offers him a chance at immortality and a new life free from the restraints of his puritanical upbringing. Marcus seizes the opportunity to become a vampire, but his transformation is not an easy one, and the ancient traditions and responsibilities of the de Clermont family clash with Marcus's deeply held beliefs in liberty, equality, and brotherhood. You know what? Honestly, at this point, I think I'm kind of over this series. I don't even really care. So I am going to delete that. I just don't know. Okay. So the next one is the White Trash Zombie series by Diana Roland. I've read other books by Diana Roland and really liked them. And I've heard the White Trash Zombie series is really good. It's really funny, you know, tongue-in-cheek kind of humor. So I am definitely going to leave that on here. So the next one is Blood and Honey by Shelby Maheran, and this is book 2 in the series. Oh my goodness, what is that first book called? Oh, Serpent and Dove. This is the second book too, Serpent and Dove. And I do want to read this just because I enjoyed Serpent and Dove. It wasn't like a, you know, mind-blowing book, but I thought it was good enough to read the second book in the series. So then the final one on my fantasy list is The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levinseller. Alessandra is tired of being overlooked, but she has a plan to gain power. Woo the Shadow King, marry him, kill him, and take his kingdom for herself. Wow. Okay, yeah, an assassin story where assassins actually assassinate people. That's great. So yeah, that is my entire fantasy list, and sadly I only took one book off of there, but I actually found out that I did want to read the rest of these books. So that was really my only goal for this video. Alright, so that was all of the books that are on my fantasy list, and of course I only got rid of one off of there, which is not bad because as you can see I really don't have that many on the list. Generally that's because I've already bought a lot of the books that were on this list, or I just haven't put that many on there. So I am planning on doing another video showing you all the other genres of books that I have put on that list and kind of doing the same thing, going through Goodreads, making sure I actually still want to read those books, and then you guys can come along with me on that journey also. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I would really love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe my videos. Have a great day.